Have you ever understood something better after you talked yourself through it? That is not random. It is a learning move called self-explanation. In this video, you will learn how self-explanation helps students slow down, notice their thinking, and build stronger memory for step-by-step skills. Self-explanation means saying your thinking out loud while you work. You can explain to yourself, to a partner, or to a teacher. But the key is that the explanation happens during the task. Here's the big idea. When a task feels complicated, self-explanation breaks it into parts. First, the learner says the step. Next, they say the reason. Then, they check whether the step makes sense. A useful model is 3 questions. What am I doing? Why am I doing it now? How do I know it worked? These questions turn a quick habit into a visible thinking process. That out loud explanation creates a pause. Instead of rushing, the student notices the order, the purpose, and the possible mistake before it happens. A common misconception is that self-explanation is only for students who are confused. Actually, it helps confident students too, because it reveals whether they truly understand the process or are just copying a pattern. So far, we have covered what self-explanation is and how it helps students connect steps, reasons, and checks while they work. Want to remember this technique long-term? Tap the link for Quizlet study tools, then jump back into the video. Lock in what you learned and keep going. Now let's apply this strategy to a different type of task. When solving a word problem, a student can use self-explanation to decide what information matters and which operation fits the situation. For example, a student might say, "I know the ticket price and the money goal. I need to find the number of tickets. Since this involves equal groups, I should divide the total goal by the price. Then I'll check if my answer makes sense in a real-world context." This is where self-explanation helps catch edge cases. If the result is a fraction of a ticket, the student can recognize that this isn't realistic and adjust accordingly. That can't happen in real life, so I need to round up to make sure the fundraiser reaches the goal. Teachers can support this process with simple prompts. Start with, "What is your goal?" Then ask, "What will you do first?" Follow with, "Why does that step make sense?" And finally, "How will you check your answer?" Over time, these prompts can be gradually removed. The goal is for students to internalize these questions so they can guide their own thinking when facing new problems. One common mistake is allowing students to narrate without explaining. Saying, "I just do this," isn't enough. Strong self-explanation includes a reason, a check, or a clear connection to the goal. Self-explanation works across subjects because many learning tasks have hidden steps. When students say those steps out loud, the invisible thinking becomes easier to practice, discuss, and improve. To recap, self-explanation means talking through a task while doing it. It helps learners slow down, connect each step to a reason, and catch mistakes early. Use simple prompts until students can guide themselves. If you want to practice what you learned today, check the links in the description for Quizlet's memorization guide and study tools designed to help you remember it longer. Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.